Boy, my, boy. Todd Monken, he straight exposed Mary Kay Cabot. Now, we all know Mary Kay Cabot's agenda is always trying to get information on the quarterback and what Cleveland is going to do with their quarterback situation. And we're into the 2026 draft, and Andrew Berry is cooking in the draft. Todd Monken is right side by side with Andrew Berry, and they coming up with a great game plan and getting picks that the Cleveland Browns really need. But Mary Kay Cabot takes a vow to herself to keep talking about these quarterback situations because, like I told you guys, it's anybody but Shador. Mary Kay Cabot is basically a snake in the grass because she keeps bringing up these quarterback situations, and Todd Monken is not going for none of it. Todd Monken has set back, and he has saw everything that destroyed the Cleveland Browns last year when they had Kevin Stefanski as a head coach. And Todd Monken has already peaked game, like I told you guys. His first introductory press conference, he was shutting down all the rumors and letting it be known that, hey, Shador Sanders is his guy moving forward. So Mary Kay Cabot got straight destroyed by Todd Monken. You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K. Sapp. Well, guys, we got to talk about how Todd Monken obliterated Mary Kay Cabot in a few words. And we're going to talk about it right after this.
Let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. It's my bro K-Sapp, chopping up topics for your outfits. From politics to your cockpits. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio stereo. Pump it high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic. Man, I got something to say.
Well, guys, you know I got something to say, man. Old Mary Kay Cabot is up to her old tricks, and Todd Monken is not having none of it. So what Mary Kay Cabot is out there doing, man, she is still focused on the Cleveland Browns drafting a quarterback. Now, Andrew Berry has been cooking in the draft, putting together exceptional pieces. And what Mary Kay Cabot is doing is trying to create another narrative about this quarterback situation because she is not sold on Shador Sanders. So what is Mary Kay Cabot doing? Mary Kay Cabot is doing the unthinkable. This is what Mary Kay Cabot went on her Twitter X, and this is what Mary Kay Cabot had to say. Mary Kay Cabot said, why the Browns should draft a quarterback like Arkansas's Taylor Green on day 3 of the NFL draft or trade for a veteran backup. Will one who played for Todd Monken at Georgia become available? Now you see that, right? But what Andrew Berry is doing in the draft, this is what Andrew Berry is doing in the draft. First round, you get Spencer Fanu. Then you get a wide receiver in KC Concepcion. And then you follow up on day 2 in the second round and get the high-profile receiver in Denzel Boston, standing 6'4", 216 pounds, big catch radius. And then Andrew Berry cooked up and moved up in the draft back into the second round and got Emmanuel McNeil-Warren out of Toledo, the hard-hitting safety, the ball hawker, the turnover waiting to happen dude anytime he see a receiver or a running back coming his way. And then you upgrade your offensive line in the third round by getting Austin Barber. And Mary Kay Cabot is still out here talking about drafting a quarterback. Mary Kay Cabot is not focused on the team needs, on how to upgrade this team and build around Shador. She is still spearing this narrative out there that you need to get a quarterback. So basically, Todd Monken went to the podium and he addressed Mary Kay Cabot head on because Mary Kay Cabot put herself in friendly fire by asking a stupid question. And this is how Todd Monken embarrassed her, destroyed her, and exposed her for everything that she's trying to create about this quarterback situation. I want you guys to listen to what Todd Monken had to say when he just straight let Mary Kay Cabot have it. So guys, sit back and enjoy this because he went straight at Mary Kay and he exposed her. So take a listen.
Mini camp, just the first one, obviously. So can you kind of share how did Deshaun and Shador and Dylan look? Now you got all.
We just couldn't get past the draft and get right on to back to the quarterback. Anybody got some Miles questions too while we're at it? I mean, hell, while we're just here at night. First off, I'll address the question. First of all, it was awesome. 3 days, the weather was unbelievable. To get out on the grass and pump the music and get fired up being together, and the neighbors complained and we didn't care, and we pumped up the music louder. If they don't like it, they can move. And so I didn't care. And it was like, being out there with the guys and just getting a little bit of a feel for who we have on our roster. And I thought all three quarterbacks at times you could see, the positives.
Now you heard what Todd Monken had to say. Todd Monken went straight in on Mary Kay. He said, we can't even get past the draft and you still trying to get back to this quarterback situation. And see, that's what I told you guys, right? It's the new media. It's the new regime. It's the new culture that Shador Sanders has brought to the the Cleveland Browns, that Mary Kay Cabot is lost in the sauce. And like I told you guys, Todd Monken sees straight through it. As friendly as Todd Monken responded to that, but he was serious about his business, because he had to let it be known, hey, look, our general manager, Andrew Berry, is cooking in the draft. And you want to talk about the quarterbacks. Talk about the pieces that we just went out there and acquired. Talk about how we building in the trenches. Talking about how we upgrading this offensive line. Talk about how we upgrading at the receiver position. But no, you want to stay focused on quarterback. I told you guys, it's anybody but Shador. But Todd Monken ain't going for that. So whatever they do on day 3 of the draft, it's just insurance pieces. Because what Todd Monken and Andrew Berry has done in the first 2 rounds is remarkable. They have addressed needs that the Cleveland Browns need, and they're going into the future. And they know that they got a franchise quarterback in Shador Sanders. And I've always said, if you do select the quarterback, it's just going to be a grooming process. Somebody that has to learn. Somebody that, you sit back and watch film, watch footage, get in the quarterback room. And if they go that route and select the quarterback, kudos to the Cleveland Browns. But at this particular time, Todd Monken ain't trying to hear none of that stuff from Mary Kay. Mary Kay is always the first person that asks the questions and always the first person that's get put in her place. And I'm glad that Todd Monken has still stood 10 toes down to let Mary Kay Cabot know, look, like Shador said, cut the negativity out, man. What they doing in the draft and what Andrew Berry has done is cooked up a full-course meal, gave you a nice little hot tea to wash your meal down with. Andrew Berry deserves praise. Kudos to Andrew Berry's, because what they didn't want, the Cleveland insiders didn't want Andrew Berry to still be around. They wanted Kevin Stefanski, because if Andrew Berry was gone, none of this would have been possible. If Kevin Stefanski still was here, we still have this same debacle we've been talking about all last year. But I'm glad that Todd Monken finally let everybody know, and he came out head first and put Mary Kay Cabot in her place. Andrew Berry and the Cleveland Browns are doing some great things in this draft. And like I said, whatever they get in the 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round on day 3, kudos to them. But what they done in the 1st and 2nd round has solidified and told me that they all in on Shador. I see everybody in the comment section, #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case you forgot. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. This is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Oh, guys, I got something for you. Be on the lookout for Big Snacks and K-Sap doing the Sports Life Trio, All Things Cleveland, a brand new show that's going to drop every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is what y'all been waiting for, and we're going to bring it to y'all. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.